What if the American Confederate States won the Civil War? Picture a different world, a different America. Imagine a map where the Mason-Dixon line doesn't merely represent a cultural divide, but a border between two separate nations, the Union and the Confederate States of America. The year is 1865. The Civil War takes a dramatic turn, and the Confederate States emerge as the victors. Their victory isn't just a military triumph, it writes a new chapter in the annals of history. The Confederate Constitution takes center stage, protecting and institutionalizing the institution of slavery. The Confederate flag flutters not just in the southern states, but across the entire nation. The Confederate victory shapes the economic landscape of the Americas. Cotton remains king, and the South's economy, rooted in agriculture and slavery, flourishes. In the North, however, the Industrial Revolution slows, stunted by the lack of a free labor market and the absence of Southern cotton. The economy becomes a patchwork of prosperous agricultural states and struggling industrial ones. Internationally, the Confederacy's victory shifts the balance of power. European powers, previously hesitant to recognize the Confederacy due to its support of slavery, now have to contend with this new political entity. The Confederacy, with its strategic control over cotton production, becomes an influential player on the global stage. On the social front, the racial divide deepens. The Confederacy's victory further entrenches the institution of slavery, marginalizing African Americans. The abolitionist movement loses its momentum, and the fight for civil rights becomes an uphill battle. Fast forward to the 20th century. The Confederate States of America, now a dominant power, enters World War II. But on which side? Perhaps as an ally of the Axis powers, given their shared ideologies of racial superiority and authoritarianism. The Confederate States' entry could significantly alter the course of the war, reshaping the geopolitical landscape. The Cold War era might look different as well. Instead of a bipolar world dominated by the United States and the Soviet Union, we might see a tripolar world with the Confederate States as a third superpower. The space race, the arms race, the ideological battle, all could have unfolded differently in this alternate history. Reflecting on this scenario, it's clear that the Confederate victory could have drastically changed the world. It would have shaped America's economic, political, and social fabric, altering its trajectory and that of the entire globe. Such a world would be almost unrecognizable to us, showing how pivotal the Civil War was in shaping our present reality. Yet, this alternate history serves as a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit. Despite the setbacks, the fight for freedom and equality would have continued. Heroes would have emerged, battles would have been fought, and over time, perhaps, the tide would have turned. After all, history is not just the story of the victors, but also of the vanquished, the marginalized, and the resilient who never give up. So while we ponder this alternate past, let it inform our present and shape our future. Let us remember that every action, every victory, every defeat shapes the world we live in today. And let us strive to create a world where liberty, equality, and justice are not just ideals, but realities for all.